water dripping on a white tee.
It's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river, and we are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New York Jets. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This one up to about the 38. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
Jaguars.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. The man is sharp. It's complete. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
1st down.
Running back. Had a good move, but only able to work it to the 20-yard line. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Eluding the pressure right. And the Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. James Conner, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon. And now it's 2nd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And exactly how fast was he going? According to Next Gen Stats, 21.7 miles per hour.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Oh, wide open, complete.
And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 51 yards.
I can still hear it reverberate through this thick skull of mine. Crossing routes versus man-to-man coverage, it's a bad matchup for the defense. Those tend to work very well as they run away from a defender.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Salvon Ahmed with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And his kick is right through.
Makes the score Jaguars 17, Jets 6.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And got his man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sidney Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big one there for the Jags, 18 yards, first down. Now Prescott. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And a Jaguar first down.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. On second down, Prescott again. Going for it all. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down.
Yards to go.
Prescott yet again. And the Jets defense making things difficult there. Fourth down. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Out of the gun now on third down. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Being chased out left. And that's incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he's got his man. That's Landry. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now here's a throw that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To the air again, Prescott. Flushed out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Robert Tonyan, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. So he scrambled right but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
He'll drop to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A very solid gain of 27. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 36.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. He got 29 yards that time.
The 7-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And now contact up front. And this might set up an interesting decision. So now it's 4th and short.
So after the penalty, that means there's a decision to be made. Do you still line up in field goal formation? Or maybe you think about running your offense back out on the field.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. Here's Prescott. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
A pass there complete to Westbrook. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Jaguars.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. Looking long for Westbrook. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around? He's got a man, complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Let's do it.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On play action, they'll throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good.
Jaguars 34, Jets 13.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
First down throw for Prescott. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. But he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Got a man. It's Tanyan, complete. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Jaguars.
Prescott off play action. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
It's second down.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 40. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and trying not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now a handoff here to his running back. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On third down, it's Prescott. Sideline throw, that's caught by Landry. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a first down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Jaguars had 6 to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Looking to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin first and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Second and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Prescott on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Prescott.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? He was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And the next-gen stats show him reaching at a top speed of 20 miles an hour.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing, Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. This is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball is thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll throw again. Prescott. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the red zone now, Prescott. The open man is Westbrook. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
You ain't gonna burn me.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what are you doing when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
They'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 30. Fighting his way through contact. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Salvon Ahmed with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
The kick is
and he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Jaguars 62, Jets 20. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jets.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 56 yards. They'll look to throw here on first down. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. He's at the 50, the 30, 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That's what I'm talking about.
Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Check. I'm going to run you over. Check 4.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
44 is the mic. I got 18 Cardinal. Watch out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
7 yards, the pickup there.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott, flush to his right. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Jaguars 76, Jets 20.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where...
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 33. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Oh, Prescott stripped. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
Second and short now following the fumble.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
On play action, Prescott fighting to stay upright. And he completes it to Westbrook. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
25-yard line. The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the play. Rush coming, and he's taken down. David Onyemata able to record his 5th sack of the season. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2nd and long. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 25-yard line. 25-yard line. He'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53. Let's go, D. Let's go. Saturday Lion. Let's get it.
Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Back to throw here. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, Prescott here to throw. And trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Tavon Young. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Intended for his running back. Incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.